Well, would you look at that? I got my WIldeway FW11 4. This is not the 3 version. This is the old 4 version, the old original. Got the 32 amp hour battery on it, 750 watt motor with a peak of 1000 watts. And I got the cargo bags on there. I got not sure if you can hear me with the wind. I'll try to speak up. But yeah, I got a whole ass battery in there. Look at that. Another spare battery. So, don't have to worry about range on this trip. Although what I should have brought is a freaking, I should have brought a tripod. Oh my god. Well, that's something next on the agenda. But I do have a camera mount this time. I could film a little bit of the trip. Not sure how much I'll be able to film, because I don't have a charger for this camera, or I do have a charger for this camera, but I don't have any way to charge it on the way to Atikokan. So yeah, I have about 2 hours of filming, so I'll have to make those 2 hours count. Yeah, I can film a little bit of the trip though. Yeah, got lots of range, over 100, almost 200 kilometers of range with these 2 batteries. Pretty overkill considering I'm only going 120 kilometers today. Then I'll do that again the next day. Alright, let's get a move on before a freaking bear shows up. Been a lot of bear activity. There, it is 11:30, so I should probably get to the top of the road around, I guess, a little over 2:30, right around there. Okay, well, let's go. Road. Holy moly. Wow. That's beautiful. So is that. Alrighty, I'm at kilometer 46. This is next to this beautiful little lake here. Look at that, there's a little toilet. So if I needed to take a crap, I could take a crap there. I do have toilet paper in case of an emergency. I got the bike parked there. Look at that, there's even a fire pit. I could camp here. Nice clear spot. This is the first place I stopped on my last e-bike trip too. It's just a nice little place to stop, have a quick drink, and hit the open road again. I did drop one battery bar. I dropped that before I actually hit Namakan Bridge. I was driving this bike around before I went on this road trip, put about 6 kilometers on it. So it wasn't fully charged when I left. But yeah, still doing good. Still got 4 battery bars to get to the top of the road. Probably won't last to the top of the road, Probably have to change it about 10 kilometers out, 10 to 15 kilometers out, but that's okay. Got another big battery. Shouldn't have to worry about range. Alrighty, let's get to it. Well guys, I just got to the highway, about a kilometer or two that way. Indicator still reads 2 of 5 bars. So yeah, we're on 2 of 5 bars. Just got on the highway. Got about 43 kilometers to go that way. Then I'll be in Atikokan. But yeah, merging onto the highway. I didn't even change the battery. This is still the same battery that I left home with. And it wasn't at 100% charge. I thought it would be absolute crap range. It is pretty windy today, but I am only going about 30 kilometers an hour, so I think that really helps out. I think you have to be going much faster for those winds to really put an impact on your range. I'm sure they do. It still does put an impact on range, but I'm sure it's pretty minuscule compared to an actual EV. I am, after all, only going 30. Alright, it is starting to slow down though, so I'll probably have to change it in about 5 kilometers or so. Yeah, just merged onto the highway. Gonna keep it. Okay, well, about just a little over 10 minutes into the highway. Gonna decided to change the battery. Jumped down to 1 bar now, and it's really starting to stutter. So I'm gonna be putting in a new battery. Should be working just fine. Let's get this guy up. Okay, that's that big old battery out. Line it up with the rail. It's kind of tricky, especially with such a heavy battery. Okay, I gotta put the key in the ignition. There, got the battery changed finally. I had to clean out a whole bunch of dirt at the bottom of this panel. See, the battery connects at the bottom. I really don't like that, because then pull this new battery out, whatever you've been riding on falls into that cavity. I mean, it just acts like a big bowl to really hold in all that dirt. When I took the battery out, all the dirt that collected on it fell into that area, and when I tried to put this new battery in, it wouldn't connect properly. It has to, in order to lock the battery in place, a little pin needs to come out and interact with this rail that it's on. And there was too much dirt. There was too much dirt at the bottom of this battery area, and it wasn't allowing the battery to go all the way down, and this thing needs to be lined up just perfectly, and all that dirt was preventing it from lining up perfectly. Couldn't get the pin in for the longest time, but it's in now. Please tell me this bike would turn on now. Oh wait. I feel like, oh, there we go. I had it off. There, full charge, baby. Finally. Okay, let's continue. Okay, well, it's been a little over 40 minutes since I merged onto the highway. Just got up to this Larome Lake. I think that's how you say it. Probably butchering the name, but yeah, got up to this little road here. Apparently it's a road into a little lake. Might have to check that out one of these days. Dirt road, and it's only 30 kilometers an hour. There's the maximum top speed for this road. Perfect for my bike. Yeah. Anyways, only got less than 20 kilometers to go to get to Atikokan, so gonna do that. Go ahead and check on the indicator. Haven't dropped any bars, at least not yet, but I probably will once I get to Atikokan. Alrighty, well, let's get a move on. Sign said 13 kilometers to Atikokan. Oh wow, look at that. That's beautiful. Gorgeous. Guessing that's Larome Lake. Beautiful. You can see some cabins on there. What a nice place that would be to live. Gorgeous. A lot of cool air coming off that lake. Very nice. Look at that, I just pulled into this little view of this lake. There's a nice little trail. There's a sign for not safe for motor vehicles, so I won't bring my bike there. Would be an interesting trail to check out on foot later though, or one of these days. There's a nice little bridge over this stream. It says I'm right here, and the turn off to Atikokan is just right there. So I just gotta get out from under here, go there for about 1.6 kilometers, then follow that for about 3 kilometers, then I'm in Atikokan. So I'm basically just 3 to 5 kilometers from Atikokan. Very close now. Home stretch. Haven't dropped a single battery bar yet either. Okay, well, battery bar is still reading 5 bars, 5 of 5, no drop yet. And I just pulled into this little information center. Atikokan's just 3 kilometers that way, so I'm going to be heading that way. Alrighty, well, let's do it. Probably have a drink of my iced tea first. Just 3 more kilometers though. Officially in Atikokan, woohoo! So got the room acquired, 163, which is just around the corner here. Let's go ahead and 163. I'm staying in this room. This is actually the first room I stayed in my first trip here. It's a nice little room. All right. And the doors or the door handle's on an awkward angle. Oop, whoops. There. Beauty. Oop. Okay. Key right there. Alright, well, I'm going to try to wrestle the bike in. Let's see. I might need to take it back out again. We'll see. Probably be easier and better if I unloaded it, but I'm kind of lazy. So I'm just going to load her in as is. Look at that. So that's another 120 kilometers. I left at 11:30, or I left at 11:20. It is now 4:20 or 4:19. It's a couple of minutes before 4:20. Nice. Yeah, almost 5 hours in total. Another 10 minutes and it would have been 5 hours, but I was making a lot of stops to go to the bathroom. Also had that hiccup when couldn't get the battery in quite right. I struggled with that for like 10 minutes. Shut off the camera because I was getting frustrated. It's like, you guys don't need to hear that. But yeah, I was getting frustrated with the old battery, but it's in now. It works now. I'll be prepared if that happens again. I'll know what to do. That's what experience is for. Fully loaded, leaving on 5 bars, so pretty much at a full charge. Just at the outskirts of Atikokan now. Have about a 4.5 hour drive ahead of me. Alright, let's get to it. So long, Atikokan.
Hello, I'm Jim Rockwell. Our program is People in Jazz. Today our man in jazz is Wes Montgomery. Many years ago, about 1959, well it wasn't even 1959, a dear old friend of mine, an associate, owned the record company which was inside, sent me a demonstration record of an album for and it was a guitarist from Quite Unknown. Wes Montgomery.
getting pretty close to the old Flanders Road. It's been about an hour and 10 minutes. You can just tell by the way this area looks that I'm pretty close. Start to recognize the features on this highway. But yeah, probably only like 5 minutes out from the turnoff to Flanders Road. So yeah, almost 43 kilometers of highway already done. Alrighty, and I dropped 1 bar on the power indicator, so let's keep on going. Plenty of range left for this last little leg. Coming up on the old sign there for Lac La Croix. See it in the distance, about 500 meters. Made it to the top of the road. Only lost 1 battery bar. Still got 4 more for a little bit of the dirt road or Flanders. And yeah, probably change it about 30 to 20 kilometers in. And I'll probably have to do that same thing where I dump out this area because probably a bunch of dirt's gonna collect there and it's gonna be a whole thing again, but at least I'll know what to do now. I'm going to get a move on before the bugs find me. So far they haven't found me yet, but I do know they're out. I do know they're out. Find out that I'm actually not. Okay. Here I come, Lac La Croix. That's where that old vehicle is parked. I didn't feel like talking with them. Sorry about that if I was you. I'm sorry. I don't like interviews when I'm out here. Come Lac La Croix. Feels so nice, especially on a day like today. It's a lot harder on this dirt road than it was on the highways. There's not as much openings. just got to kilometer 28. That sign just over there. Probably can't see it with the camera, but I assure you it's there. It says kilometer 28. This is actually where I got stuck in the winter time when I tried to do my winter e-bike road trip almost 2 years ago. Same bike, different conditions. I was carrying way more weight. I had a trailer loaded in the back. But yeah, the bike, and I only had one battery too. I remember the bike was almost dead when I got here. It's almost dead now, but I could probably go at least another 5-10 kilometers. But yeah, it started going up there, then it started rolling back down almost uncontrollably because there was ice, and it started sliding down when I pressed on the brakes, so there was almost no stopping it. I had to slowly roll it back down safely, bring it all the way down here, unload the trailer, and bring things up one by one. And it was when I was doing that, someone came along, saw me doing that, then they offered me a ride. Oh my god, I was so thankful for that because, like, combined with all the riding, like, yeah, sure, it's an electric bike and it's doing most of the work for you, but it, you are still sitting on it for the hours that you're riding, and that does get tiring. So yeah, I was pretty fatigued having to haul all that stuff up there, so I was just so thankful when I finally saw that ride come along. Speaking of rides, someone tried to offer me a ride further up the road. I just turned them down. It's like, nah, it's like, I'm good. I got the battery. Back then, yes, I needed the help, but I got a whole ass battery still, and this has dropped down to just 2 bars. It's not quite dead yet, but it's getting there. I do notice it's struggling up the hills now, but not quite dead yet. Probably die around 34, about the same place it died my second trip to Atikokan. Okay, well, the bike's not fully dead yet. 32, kilometer 32 was the last marker I saw. The battery's not fully dead yet, but it's starting to slow down. I notice I can't maintain 30 anymore, so I'm going to change the battery. Okay, that went way smoother than the first time. I mean, that one's way smoother than the first time, is what I meant to say. We're back at a full charge. I'll bump it on up to 2. I keep it on pedal assist 2 when the battery's fully charged, but as that power starts to derate, I bump it on up to 3, then 4, then I change the battery. Once it can no longer maintain 30. 30 is what I always keep my speed at. Seems to be the most efficient, that I could get decent range out of these batteries and also get somewhere fast, or fast enough. 30 is more than fast enough for me. Gets me to most places. Anywho, gonna head back to continue the journey onwards to Lac La Croix. Last kilometer sign I saw was kilometer 30, I think it was kilometer 32. So I'm pretty close to kilometer 34. Let's go. Alrighty, well, just got to this little kilometer 46 clearing. This is usually where I stop coming on the way out. It's usually my first stop. Yeah, there's the kilometer 46 sign. Just pulled in here. Nice little shaded area. Just had a little drink of my water. Not lost any battery bars on this new battery change. I'm almost out of water though, but I do have another water bottle in this bigger bag. I'm glad I bought two because, oh my goodness, I almost brought just one. I would have really regret that. Would have been kicking myself in the butt because this is almost empty. Anywho, let's go back, or let's continue on. So this is kilometer 46. I think Namakan Bridge is at kilometer 54. So I have about 8 more kilometers to go. Then I'll be at the Namakan Bridge. Then from the Namakan Bridge, it's only 22 kilometers to Lac La Croix. So, doing good, doing very good. More than enough range, no range anxiety here. So, let's continue on. Three kilometers from here. Moly, getting up this hill is a struggle. Probably one of the steeper hills, not the steepest, but definitely one of the steeper ones. Or it might be the steepest. Definitely up there. Maybe second biggest. am in Lac officially. Officially back.
I used to live in this
It's 5 kilometers from here.